So I visited Georgia this April, and in this video I'm going to show you all the amazing places I got to explore, and trust me, you'll want to visit them too. I was there for 5 full days, which is great if you're short on time, but honestly even a whole week here can feel too short because this country is just so beautiful. I spent 2 full days exploring the beautiful town of Tbilisi. I stayed at a hotel right in Liberty Square, which is a part of the old town, the city's center. Now, just a heads up, hotels in this area can be pretty expensive, and because they follow that classic European style, the rooms are usually on the smaller side. But the upside is you're within walking distance of all the main attractions, which makes it a super convenient. You'll want to check out Shardeni Street, Shaftali Street, Liberty Square, and Shota Rustaveli Avenue. These are the key areas and they're always buzzing with activity. Definitely take some time to just stroll around and soak in the atmosphere. Tbilisi has this old world charm with so many historical churches scattered throughout the city. One of the main churches you shouldn't miss is the Holy Trinity Church. It's actually one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world, and the architecture is just stunning. Another major landmark is the Chronicles of Georgia monument. It's a bit outside the city center, but it's definitely worth the trip. The monument is massive and features these huge stone pillars with carvings that depict the history of Georgia. Next, you can take the cable car ride up to Narikala Fortress from the city center. The views of the city from the top are beautiful, and it's especially beautiful at sunset. Well, if you're into boat rides, you can take one on the river which flows through the city. To be honest, the boat ride itself was pretty average, but it's one of those things you can do just to check it off the list. Now, one experience you absolutely cannot miss in Tbilisi is a sulfur bath in the Abano Thobani district. This area is famous for its bathhouses, and the whole experience is just so relaxing. You can either go for the public baths, which are really affordable, or if you want something more private, then there are individual rooms you can book. Also, when you're in Tbilisi, you have to try all the local Georgian food. It's amazing. I actually posted a reel earlier with some of my favorite spots to eat and things to do. So definitely check that out if you want some recommendations. On my third day, I went on a day trip to Uplistsikhe caves and Matsketa, and wow, what an experience! Uplistsikhe is this ancient rock town that dates back to the early Iron Age. It's basically carved into the mountains, and walking through the caves feels like you're exploring a hidden city from centuries ago. You'll see everything from old homes to wine presses and even a theatre. It's actually crazy to think people lived here surrounded by these rock formations. After Uplistsikhe caves, I made my way to Matsketa, which is just as fascinating. It's one of the oldest cities in Georgia and was actually the country's capital way back in the day. The town has a ton of history and is known for a spiritual vibe. Highlight for me was the Uplistsikhe Cathedral, a huge, beautiful church with stunning architecture. It is also said to be the burial place of Christ's robe, so it's a pretty sacred spot. The town itself is so peaceful with cute little streets and views of the rivers. For lunch, I found this beautiful river-facing restaurant. It's probably the biggest in town, but I can't really remember the name. The views of the river were amazing and the food was delicious. On my way back to Tbilisi, I stopped at the stunning Jawari Monastery. This ancient church, perched on a hill, offers beautiful views of the surrounding landscape and the confluence of two rivers. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an important pilgrimage destination dating back to the 6th century. So that's how I spent my first 3 days in Georgia. On the 4th day, we headed to Kazbegi, a popular hill station about 4 hours away from Tbilisi. The drive was absolutely stunning. We passed by beautiful landscapes and even saw a lot of snow. It was April and there was still plenty of snow everywhere. Kazbegi is a small town, so it's all about soaking in the views. The main attraction here is the iconic Kakheti Trinity Church. You have a couple of options to reach it. You can either hike up, which is a great workout, or you can hire a 4x4 vehicle that takes you up the hill. Trust me, either way, the views of the church against the backdrop of the mountains are totally worth it. So my entire trip so far has been nothing short of great. Georgia is stunning and every place here in this country is worth visiting. The culture is so different. People here are so friendly and the food is amazing. I've been loving my time walking on, old streets of old Tbilisi and sipping on wine every day. I've been having so much wine. And you know what I love the most about this country is that it's so vast, like in the sense there is so much space. Itna khulla khulla hai sab kuch. Like there's literally nobody around me right now and I'm out for a nice walk and I can hardly see anyone here. And this place is so safe, like there is zero crime rate in Georgia. Sadly, tomorrow is the last day and I'm heading to yet another beautiful place called Kakheti region. And I'm going to be staying in this really pretty fairy tale sort of a town called Signagi, and I'm really looking forward to my time over there. So that's pretty much all I did in Kazbegi. There are a few more touristy spots you can check out, but honestly, I was done with my sightseeing for the day. I had booked a cute little hotel, so I checked in, settled in, and called it a day. On my last day, we headed to Signagi, but along the way, I made a stop at Tbilisi, a big town in the Kakheti region known for its amazing wine. One of the highlights here was visiting the Sinandali estate. The estate used to belong to Prince Alexander, a Georgian aristocrat who introduced European winemaking techniques to Georgia. His house is still there and it's now a museum offering a glimpse into his life, Georgian culture, and the history of the state. Sinandali wine is one of the best in Georgia, and a fun fact, this is the place where wine was first bottled in Georgia. I also did a wine tasting at their old wine cellar, which was a lot of fun. The entire vibe of the state is just so peaceful and elegant.
So I'm gonna try chacha. It's something like vodka, but it's made out of grape skin, and it's 42% alcohol.
Very good, Chacha. I found this. Yes, yes.
I like the first one better. This is different, yeah. So I've had 4 glasses of wine and a shot of chacha. That's quite a lot of alcohol for the day. I hope I just don't go to the hotel and pass out. I have the whole day in front of me and I have so many things planned. But this was good. So good.
Today, the estate is part of the Radisson Collection Hotels. It's definitely a spot you don't want to miss if you're in the area. After visiting Sinandali, I headed to my last stop of the day, Signagi. It was love at first sight. This charming little town completely won me over. My hotel had the most amazing view and I spent the evening just strolling around. Signagi is small but has this adorable vibe with cobblestone streets and cozy little cafes. It's a perfect place to slow down and do nothing.
Signagi is easily one of the best places I've been to, like really. So until now, my favorite place was this little town called Hvar in Croatia. But now Signagi definitely tops the list. Like, look at this view. You know, it's such a cute little town and it's giving off very Italian remote village vibes. It's very, very pretty. And I just wish I had another day here. I was only here for a night and today I have my flight back to India, and I really wish I had planned it out better and stayed here for at least 2 days, because that's the amount of time you need here to actually enjoy the place and to walk around and see and experience.
The next day, I had my flight back to India at night, so I had a full day to explore. I decided to visit one more church called Bod Bay near Signagi. It was absolutely beautiful with a lovely garden and stunning views. Honestly, every church in Georgia feels like a masterpiece. Now, if I count, I must have visited at least 8 different churches during this trip, and surprisingly, I didn't mind it at all. Each one had something special to offer. That's it for my trip to Georgia. If you're planning to visit, I hope this video gave you some inspiration for your own adventure. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next vlog.